Let's have a look at the Philippines first, where it is geographically placed clearly here, just on the edge of the Pacific Ocean. But the key is, look how wide, how huge the Pacific is. There's lots of warm water here, which is some of the warmest waters we find on the planet. And these waters do spawn these thunderstorms, one after the other after the other. What sets these storms in motion? Well, it's the rotation of the planet. The planet exerts a force on these storms called the Coriolis force. That's what makes the thunderstorms spinning. Now, this is the Atlantic here. You can see it's much narrower, so any storms that do brew in the Atlantic have a shorter track, so they don't reach that full potential. Hence, hurricanes aren't quite as powerful as typhoons. Now, going back towards Asia-Pacific here, you can clearly see a corridor of light winds. That's what typhoons love, a light wind environment, very little wind shear. Another problem with, of course, these big typhoons is that storm surge. So this is a vertical slice through a typhoon, the eye there with the low pressure. The low pressure, basically a vacuum sucking up the air, sucking up the water, that is, creating this mound of water that goes over these low-lying islands. And some of those islands that eye went through were very low-lying. Indeed, no wonder that all that water just went in and washed literally everything away, resembling tsunami. The water level's up to around about 5 meters high. Now, at the moment, we have a tropical depression, so some rotation in the thunderstorms here. Normally, we're not too worried about this weather situation. It is the lowest grade of a storm, but nonetheless, it is still bringing thunderstorms and gusty winds. What is going to happen over the next 24 hours or so, we think this weather symbol here indicates a potential for a tropical storm to form, and then it's going to be the other side of the South China Sea that we're going to be watching. But in terms of the near future, it's not too terrible in terms of the weather across the Philippines, which is okay.